What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of my Modern Warfare 3 Chronicles. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the other community game type that I was alluding to. It's already been out for a very long time. I'm kind of behind on these, but that's okay. Better late than never, I always say. It is good to be better late than never, honestly. But we're looking at Infected. This is I don't know exactly when they released this. It wasn't too long ago, but it's been out for a good amount of time now, a couple weeks. And Infection is, well, anyone who played, and quite a few people did play, Halo 2 Online. One of the most popular, this was even before it was a real game type in Halo 3. Halo 2 had its own community zombies, and it was a really cool game type where half the team had, you had swords and pistols. The humans had pistols, and when you died, it was an honest thing where you switched to the other team and pulled out your sword, and only used the sword. So, it was a really cool thing back then, and that's the first instincts of zombies I had. I think Counter-Strike might have had something like that. I'm not sure. Halo 2 is as far as back as I go, but zombies, this is pretty good. It's evolved a long way. It's become actually a pretty popular game type with most games. This is a nice little trip right here. Only use me blade worthy. It was almost a quad right there, but not really quite close enough. But that was probably one of my slickest moves in zombies ever. And they call us Infection, I call it in zombies. It's the same thing, really. You know, one team has a knives and they run a little bit faster and try to knife you. When they knife you, you turn to the other team. And when you're human, quote unquote, you have a gun. And I really like it's a very simplistic concept, and this is another, kind of like what I was saying about Drop Zone, it's a game type I don't care about much. Like, if I die 1,000 times, it's not a big deal. I sort of wish it didn't count to your KD, but at the same time, you can come in here and, like, you can get a ton of kills with, like, the USP, what I'm using right now, and then you could unlock everything for it. So that's kind of nice, you know what I mean? Like, you could do things like that. One of the small complaints I have about this is, we're watching the zombie side right now. This was like probably one of my best clips playing zombies ever. I think I got just about the most amount of kills. This is a pretty cute kill cam. You know, it's kind of an honest thing not to hide like a douchebag. I mean, there are certain places in certain maps, like we're about to go to Outpost next, and Outpost has that one like balcony where you can climb up on the ladders, and it's kind of like a catwalk. You can see it right now, right in the middle. That's kind of a place a lot of people like to camp because it's very unfair to the zombies. Like, unless you get a really lucky knife throw, which is the only thing that zombies really have. And following up on this is my probably one of my best human gameplays ever. So, and I really like to be both. Like, I'm very 50-50. I like to be both. If I get knifed, you're just like, you know what, when I get to knife people, it's kind of annoying when people do things like what that guy's doing right there and camping up top. I don't do that. You'll never see me do that because that's kind of like an honesty thing I have going, where it's like, you know what, I'm just not going to play that way. It's not fun to the other team. I wouldn't like someone to do it to me, so I wouldn't do it to them. Golden rule, which a lot of people don't follow. A lot of people are just like, you know what, fuck other people. And I'm literally, that's what other people, pretty much their attitude to other people. Fuck other people. And I'm just not that kind of guy. But about the zombie side, you got throwing knives, you got speed, and you've got attack insurgents, and of course your knife. And I think it works out pretty good. I wish when the initial zombie spawns are the quote-unquote alpha zombie, they do have their guns, so that's kind of nice, I guess, to give the players a chance, but it's annoying at the same time. I think if I had the choice, I would definitely tweak this a little bit. I would probably give the zombies like a third perk, because they don't have a third perk. They have like marathon and I think quick draw, maybe. I'm not sure. They should. I think they should have. Well, assassin won't matter. There's no kill streaks. Is there? Yeah, there is. You all have specialists, but that's a completely different side. Just focusing on what I was thinking about for the zombies, I think that maybe they should have dead silence. Probably. I think dead silence would be the best perk to give them. Because, you see, like, right there, I mean, obviously, if you're the zombie, you're going to get killed a bunch of times. You know, sometimes you're the guy who's going to get the bunch of kills, sometimes you're the guy who's going to get killed a bunch. And if you're one of those people who's like, oh, well, I'm only going to get the kills, and then I'm going to quit out when I'm getting killed, it's, you know, sometimes you just got to take it. Seriously, it's sometimes you are the good guy, you know, the guy racking up 20 kills, sometimes you're the guy who's going negative 20. It's going to happen. It's half the game. It's the nature of this game. That's how this game kind of works. And you just kind of got to roll with it. It's fun to do it that way. So now that we're actually watching the human side for a little while, I'm just kind of creeping around here. As you can tell, I'm not really camping anywhere. I'm sort of moving around. I'll start to stick around here because we start to get outnumbered. And that's half the fun of zombies. You know, you start with a lot of people. Slowly you lose some people. They get more numbers. And then all of a sudden it's you versus like 18 guys. And that's awesome. And you're not going to live forever. You know, they're going to get you eventually unless you're being a douche and camping somewhere. But sometimes you get C4 kills and it's fun to watch. But so on the human side, depending on what we play, I really don't like the game types with... actually, all the human weapons are always the... either, I don't care how you want to say it, the most overpowered guns or the best guns in their class. However you want to say it, it's the same thing. Whether you say it's the best gun in its class or the most overpowered gun in its class. It's honestly the same thing. The Striker, the Type 95, the UMP, these are the guns, the FMG-9 Akimbo, these are the guns that they give the humans. And I think they do it because a lot of people use only those guns and they have no idea how to use the other guns. And I'm still going to do a video on all the overpowered guns, but Probably after these, actually, but I don't know. The thing is, I like to use the unconventional guns, so you'll see me using the handguns quite a bit here, and I don't last forever, obviously, but I wish there were more variety in the guns, or I personally can't stand the Type 95 and the FMG9, the Kimboed. I wish it was different guns, so it would make it maybe a little bit more fair, even on the infected, and kind of toughen up the human player a little bit. Like, you can't just spray with the FMG9 and Kimbo's get a kill. Maybe they can give us, like, the Scorpions, and you can kind of spray, but you're going to run out of ammo. So, something like that. And yeah, so really, I'm like, I know I'm like making corrections in like a fun game type. Like, the community plays are really just fun game types. They're not super competitive or anything. So I'm just saying what I would do. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I love Infection. My friend hates it. One of my friends really hate it, but the rest of my friends like it. So it's kind of fun to get all live together and just play. And like I said, the drop zone it's a pretty good one too. I really like it. I wish they would come out with these like every month or like month and a half, like a new community game type. Plenty of people out there know how to make good custom games. You just need a good idea and then the tools to do it with, and then you can have something great like this. It's a lot of fun, and I hope they keep this around. I hope, like with Call of Duty, like some games get rid of older game types when not enough people are playing it. But like I said in the last game, and I love AFK guys. I love messing with AFK guys, don't you? I do. It's one of my the highlights of my day. But I hope they keep this around, because some games, when not enough people play it, they'll get rid of it. But Call of Duty has such a huge community base that they'll probably keep every place. Like, if they have like 50 playlists, they'll keep them all, because enough people will play them to keep it around. And yeah, I really like it. It's a lot of fun. I recommend Infection. If you haven't played it, it's good to just kind of tone down and sit back and have fun. So let me know what you guys think, and until next time, I will catch you guys later.